Today is the 3rd of July 2023, a new month. And the subject of the day is Frankie Floridor. You see, I don't know where Frankie went to high school, but if he would have went to high school in Abaco Central High, we had something on the billboard when you entered Abaco Central High in Spring City. Our motto was "Seize the time." In essence, that means make best of the little time that you have in Abaco and in high school. Seize the time. Frankie has not made good on the time that he's been in the Bahamas. He's been a nuisance. And I hope that our leaders are listening to the speech that Frankie made against all Bahamian kids, all Bahamians that were stupid, were slow, that the Haitians that came out way ahead of Bahamians. His cousin balls 17 homes. 17 homes. That's my taxi number. When I hear 17, I pay attention. That one of his cousins bought 17 homes. I wonder how many homes Frankie has bought for Frankie. Is Frankie still paying rent? Or is he paying rent to his cousin? I bet he got to find that money at month end if he's staying in his cousin's house. But when you belittle Bahamians and just came on a card, that's the thing, he just came on a card. We're calling Bahamian hog, stupid, he'll hunt him down and kill him. Now he's saying that all the Haitian kids are smarter than Bahamians. All Haitians are smarter than Bahamians. Boy, Frankie got some brass nuts. He speaks 2 languages. That's a plus. But the obscenity that he demeaned Bahamians, I don't know the words to put into. I try not to get into Frankie's head, because Frankie got demons in him, plenty demons. But the government needs to look into the revoking of Frankie Floridor citizenship. What Frankie says is treasonous against all Bahamians, all decent, respectable Bahamians. Frankie belittled us and our kids, and Frankie has forgotten that he has a Bahamian passport and he's a citizen of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. How could you talk down on your people, on the country that accepted your mother and father when they came here on a little rickety boat? That is why Kai and Bahamians get angry, because most people don't appreciate our kindness. In most instances, they take our kindness for weakness. And Bahamian is the fault when they can go and give Bahamians money to break the law. It is evident it's been happening for decades in the immigration department. The police force, the Anso Cash, just watered Frankie charges from threats of death to threats of harm. On the Kipco Road, they give 2 Bahamians $2,000 and they move in. The Bahamian was collecting those $2,000 like candy. It was a sweet day, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, bill. But the Bahamians didn't own the land. So it happened because of Bahamians' greed. It is sad, but it's true that the Haitians is causing the Bahamians to break the law that is there to protect their very fiber. All of the laws that have been breaking by the Haitians in Abaco It's because of Bahamians' weightlessness and good for nothingness to allow somebody that doesn't have a passport, a citizenship, to give you money to commit a crime against your country. That is why Frankie Florida could speak so boldly that we're in every pocket corrupt in every aspect of Bahamian life, every aspect of the people that we pay to protect us against people like Frankie Florida. If Frankie Florida was in America doing what he have already done in Abaco, he would be doing 2 lifetime from forgery, thieving, undermining, theft by employment. Every job he go on, he steal, he thief. But he can speak down on Bahamians. How many Bahamians has allowed Frankie, I'm one of them, to take $3,000 from me, and I leave it in Jesus' name. I leave it in Jesus' hand. But sometime you got to put a stop to people like Frankie and what he says about people of my origin. Generations of my families were born in the Abacos, in the Bahamas. And Frankie said we all dumb. Our kids are dumb. We're stupid. They're way ahead of us. He is not like their parents. Their parents wait to get it. Frankie does one. Take it. And like the fellow said on the voice note the other day, they're involved in every aspect of their life. All the drugs that come into Abaco, all the human smuggling, the Haitian is smuggling Haitian, the Haitian is bringing cocaine, marijuana. I saw in Manawa, I was out there on the water, the Haitian brought these sailboat into Manawa Cut, and the speedboat met the boat. They took off the coke. The captain jumped in the speedboat, and he left 30 to 40 people on the boat. You know what happened to them? The boat ran into the reef, and they came all the way from Haiti, paying a passage. The fella just wanted his coke off the boat, and the people got killed. So they don't have no love for their own people. The captain could have anchored the boat, but no. His job was to get the cocaine. The speedboat met him, and the rest of the 30 Haitian ended up dead on the beach with the shark didn't eat and the current took out. That is the savagery that goes on. It ain't about Haitian. It ain't about Bahamas. It's about how much money they can make here, legally or illegally, all over. This island has become lawless because the Haitians is paying our law enforcement, our immigration department, our road traffic department, our local government department, when they can give them 20, 30 rental plates, when they could be in the taxi business, just turning a blind eye. We got one driving taxi now. He's the only one that doesn't have an air condition. But he goes upstairs in the road traffic and he pays them and he's good. But the tourists suffer. Kai talk. But we are too corrupt. The Haitians is corrupting Bahamians. They don't need to do the corruption. They're not inside. They got the Bahamians inside that helping them to have this island of Abaco corrupt to the core. I could talk all day with Frankie because there's a lot of Frankies here, but a lot of them don't open their mouth like Frankie. Frankie's one that opened his mouth, but they see that they could corrupt Bahamians and there's no price to pay. Even if you bring them before the courts, they get absolute discharge right away. And Frankie's gone to America, but he got to come back and he do the same thing over and over because Frankie got something in his shoes that's more powerful than the law. Kai case. Y'all need to take his shoes off when he going back before the courts. Something is in his shoes. Kai case.